Saturn, already known for its stunning rings, has just strengthened its claim as the true moon king of the solar system. Astronomers have uncovered a staggering 128 additional moons orbiting the planet, bringing its total to an astonishing 274, nearly double the combined count of all other planetary moons. An international team of astronomers using the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope made the discovery, with the Minor Planet Center confirming their findings on March 11th. Between 2019 and 2021, the team conducted repeated observations of Saturn, combining multiple images to reduce noise and enhance the detection of faint moons. Initially, 64 new moons were identified, along with several other objects that could not be confirmed at the time. A newly submitted paper to the Planetary Science Journal details the discovery of the first 64 moons. The research is led by Edward Ashton, a postdoctoral fellow at the Institute for Astronomy and Astrophysics at Academia Sinica, who completed his PhD in astronomy at the University of British Columbia. The study supports the idea that many of these small moons resulted from a relatively recent collision in Saturn's irregular moon system. Following the initial discoveries, further observations were conducted in 2023. With the expectation that additional moons were waiting to be found, the researchers revisited the same sky regions for 3 consecutive months. This led to the identification of 128 new moons, significantly increasing Saturn's known satellite count. Jupiter and Saturn have long competed for the title of most known moons. While Jupiter's current confirmed count stands at 95, with more likely to be discovered, projections suggest it will never surpass Saturn's growing tally. All the newly identified moons are classified as irregular moons, which differ from regular moons in their wide, elliptical, and often highly inclined orbits. Unlike Earth's moon, which likely formed from a giant impact, these irregular moons were probably captured by Saturn's gravity and later fragmented due to collisions with other moons or passing comets. The newly discovered moons, only a few kilometers in size, are likely remnants of a smaller number of originally captured objects. Saturn's extensive moon system has long intrigued astronomers, particularly due to the large number of small moons compared to larger ones. This distribution suggests that a significant collision took place within the last 100 million years, shattering larger moons into smaller fragments. Many of the newly found moons follow retrograde orbits, reinforcing the idea that they originated as captured objects. Previous research by Ashton and his colleagues proposed that the steep distribution of small moons within Saturn's irregular moon system resulted from a relatively recent collision. Their findings indicate that this event disrupted a once larger moon population, leaving behind numerous smaller fragments. A significant portion of these new discoveries is concentrated near the Mundilfari subgroup, which belongs to the larger Norse group of irregular moons. This clustering supports the theory that a major collision took place in this region. The process of moon capture and fragmentation is believed to have occurred more than 4 billion years ago when the giant planets were forming. The newly identified moons provide further evidence that many of Saturn's irregular satellites are remnants of these early captured objects. Saturn's moons play a crucial role in shaping its rings. Some, known as shepherd moons, influence the structure of the rings by maintaining gaps and divisions, such as the Cassini division, the most prominent gap in Saturn's rings. There is also a possibility that material from ancient collisions contributed to the formation of the rings, or that ring material may coalesce to form new small moons. Many astronomers consider Saturn's rings and moons to be interconnected components of the same system. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy, and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing. Subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. For now, each of the newly discovered moons has been assigned a temporary designation consisting of numbers and letters. Eventually, they will receive names based on Norse, Gallic, and Canadian Inuit mythology, following the established naming conventions for Saturn's moons. Given the abundance of mythological figures in human history, there is no shortage of potential names. With this latest discovery, Saturn now has 274 confirmed moons, nearly twice as many as all the other planetary moons in the solar system combined. Although astronomers may continue to find additional moons, defining a moon by size remains an ongoing challenge. Some small orbiting objects are classified as moonlets rather than full-fledged moons. While advances in technology have enabled these discoveries, further improvements may be needed to detect even smaller moons. According to Ashton, current observational capabilities have likely reached their limit for finding additional moons around Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.